So this week you can hear probably from my voice that I've had a bit of a cold. Now my mother had a cold last week and we don't know if this is a cold that I've picked up from her or if it's really not a cold at all, but a combination of dust from having cleaned out Granville and dust from having cleaned out Markenfield and just getting used to a whole different sort of atmosphere. It did get quite bad, but I think it's getting better now, so that's not bad. A week, considering everything that has happened with all this sort of pressures, and you know, I love this new house, I do, but at the moment it's ever so slightly stressful because everything I'm doing is new and I'm having to sort of sort things out a little. So this week, as you know, I've been back at work and the first thing that was absolutely essential to sort out for that was how to get there, because I'm sort of used to living less than 5 minutes away. And now I live a long way away and it takes 35 minutes-ish for me to walk here all the way there. So it's been a case of just following Skipton Road, which is fine, except it's got a nasty roundabout on it and a very, very steep hill. Not quite as steep as the Coppice Hill, which I once spoke about, I think, in one of these blogs, but very, very steep. Walking home isn't so bad because it's all downhill. The first thing about this walking thing is there are at least two main routes. One is all the way up the Skipton Road and one is all the way up the Ripon Road and then sort of through town. Now I've been told that the Skipton Road is quicker, but I don't think there's much in it. And I had thought of planning to do Skipton Road this week and Ripon Road next week. But now I'm thinking, you know, I need to just get used to doing it, so I may stick with Skipton Road for a bit. Ironically, because of the way things fall, there's been this week, I'm back at work next week and then I'm off for 2 weeks, so there's no getting used to it for quite some time, because after that I imagine I'll have to start all over again in getting used to it. But I think by Easter I'm hoping that I will have been used to walking there and walking back. Although this week I have to admit that I haven't walked back every single night. I've caught the bus once and I was actually brought back by a friend a second time. And the other thing that is I haven't delved into this week is the gym. I thought I was going to, and I have been taking my gym stuff to work because I'm going to have to get used to the weight, whether I'm actually going to go to the gym or not. And what I'm now thinking is I'm not going to go to the gym next week either. But I'm going to start going to the gym again across the holidays and then take it on from there, going back to work. However, next week I will still be taking the gym kit because I have to get used to the weight. Shh. Jens and Wyman are terribly excited. The birds are doing well and hopefully we'll have the aviary up and running next week. It's hopefully being built and they should be moved into there. I know I've had a lot of comments that, oh, we don't like your videos because the birds make a lot of noise. And what I find interesting is that older cameras didn't pick up their sound quite so much. Whereas this camera has started picking them up quite well. It's a better microphone. And one of the unfortunate things about the better microphone is it picks up the sound, even the sounds you don't want to hear. But needless to say that they will shortly be in an aviary, and therefore you won't be able to hear them unless I choose to do a blog in the aviary, which I might do occasionally just to annoy people. I don't know, I haven't decided. So there we are. So this week has been difficult. Obviously, first week back at work, always a little bit difficult because you're not used to it. But it's been extra difficult because I've had this cold and I've had to get used to the walking, both of which will sort themselves out, I'm pleased to say. So this week I've really been unpacking, and I think I've done most of my unpacking now. I still have quite a bit of paperwork to go through, all my filing and stuff like that, but generally things are now roughly where they need to be. And across the weekend I'm going to have to start looking at the co-ops and the sort of shops around here, and I'm going to have to clean again. I don't believe it, but you know, unpacking everything has left bits all over the place, so I'm going to have to start doing that and get schedules and stuff up and running. The only other thing to say is that we're still not quite sure what we're doing about the birthday and the housewarming thing. I think it's going to have to be the week over the 2 weeks that I'm on holiday, either before or after my birthday. I think it may just not be worth doing two separate things, but combining them, I don't quite know what I'm going to do. Shush! The house isn't big enough to have hundreds of people round, so what I might do is just invite a few people round for the actual housewarming, and then really have most of the people coming, you know, going into town for just the normal drinks for my birthday, and then of course do something special with the family over the birthday. That's what I think I'm going to do. My sister Tiffany is beginning to ask questions which I just can't answer. Hello, what's that? Oh, it's a bump on the wall. I also get very, very I notice things like, I painted this wall and I don't remember that bump being there, but it's stuck on the wall. Anyway, I think that's about all to say at the moment, but obviously you won't see this uploaded for a long time, so, but at least you can be assured that I am actually doing blogs as we go along.